Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Maston, and welcome to the DIY Wrestling Podcast for Lucha Underground. And tonight, before anything, I may get in trouble for this, but I wanted to play this in celebration of Johnny Mundo's win. So I hope you guys do absolutely enjoy.
My domain, you're all just here to entertain. I make the rules, I am the king. You try, but I will always win. I'm what you're waiting for, the American luchador. I've climbed the mountain, earned the fame. The crowd is screaming out my name. If you desire to walk into the fire.
Stop the music. Try not to move back there. You're distracting. If it was a mirror, it'd be good, but there's a window. Ugh.
Welcome to Slam Town. I am the center. I'm the soul. You're all just under my control. Inside the ropes, under the lights, you will be fighting for your life. I am the main attraction. You're just here for distraction. Step in the ring, just understand I'm number one. I am the man. If you desire to walk into the fire, welcome to Slam Town. Welcome to Slam Town. Welcome to Slam Town.
Johnny Mundo has cemented his place as one of the best in our sport.
Welcome to Slam Town. Bitches.
For those who don't understand, he said bitches. Now, with that being said, we shall get in to Lucha Underground. Tonight's show, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Tonight's show started with the Fatal 4-Way Elimination Battle of the Bulls tournament. Now, this basically works, you're pinned. It's not 1-4 wins at all. You're eliminated. Blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure you guys understand the concept, the mighty fair concept of. And I realize I might be stupid loud right now, so let me kind of turn my mic down. Okay, so I know you guys understand the concept, the crazy concept of how a Fatal 4-Way elimination match works. Okay, so in this match we have PJ Black who qualified, the Mack who qualified, Cage who qualified, and Jeremiah Crane who qualified. Okay, with that being said, Jeremiah Crane was, I believe, Cage was the first to get eliminated because Tejano came out and cracked him right in the head, and then a combination of moves just hit on Cage. I appreciate the fact that they kept Cage strong here, and it was honestly pretty good. I had no problem with the way Cage is eliminated because it took a multitude of things to get him out of this match. Also, a little note, PJ Black, he went down really hard on something in this match, and I honestly thought he really hurt himself. I seen it in me vamping Strike all had the same reaction, ooh, you good, dude? Well, of course he's fucking good. They were prepared for this shit. Up next, you have the Mack, Jeremiah, and the Mack and Jeremiah left. Jeremiah thinks, he hit cranial destruction on PJ. PJ rolled up the ring, but then the Mack ends up hitting the stunner on Jeremiah Crane and getting the win there. Jeremiah's eliminated, and then it comes down to PJ and the Mack. PJ got cocky, thought he could put the Mack down with his own, I don't even know what he's going for, a cutter, his own variation of a stunner at that point. But he doesn't get it. And PJ and Mack, PJ loses, Mack wins, and Mack is your new number one contender for the Lucha Underground Championship. Now things get a little bit interesting because you have to wonder, Sexy Star at the end of the night and the main event has a shot. at Johnny Mundo's World Championship. And the relationship between Sexy and Mack since the beginning of season 2 last year has been well documented. It's just the whole Marty and Mariposa thing about how they're really, really, really good friends, and you just think that something could happen there. Like you just think maybe Sexy wins tonight. Maybe she wins the championship back, and she becomes the first ever 2-time Lucha Underground champion. But in all honesty, I wouldn't really want that. Like I'm not all in for a Sexy Star championship reign again. Well, I say she's passable in the ring, and yeah, she's passable, and she's not as bad as everybody gives her credit for. Well, she's not as bad as everybody gives her flack for. Like, I understand how much people hate her. I will say this about Sexy Star. She will consistently stand to be, one of the most well-built girls in the temple. And if her wrestling ability is passable, but the crowd can still get into her, I guess she's doing her job. I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan. Was the biggest fan of the main event and how it went down? No, but the finish, we'll get to that when we get to it, because that was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. That was a pretty creative way of doing it, the way they did it. So, up next, we move on here to Sexy and Mack. If I didn't already cover this, no, I didn't. Sexy and Mack backstage in a backstage cinematic, and they were sitting there talking about how good it felt, for Sexy saying she was basically proud of Mack for becoming #1 contender. With that being said, the Mack, he was glad too. I mean, but he wanted Sexy to go out there and beat Johnny Mundo so they could fight each other, and he, in his words, could take that championship off her. Which honestly, the Mack over Sexy Star in like main event matches, honestly, because I don't think, other than No Mas, which just had to be absolutely fucking bonkers for it to be like a really amazing Sexy Star match. Like, Sexy Star, when it comes to like, oh my god, that match was incredibly phenomenal. Like, if you remember last year in the peak of season 2 of Lucha Underground, where main event after main event, except the Matanza squashes, but the Matanza squashes were so interesting because we got to see Matanza more in ring. But last year, main event after main event after main event after main event, like, they were consistently amazing. And then you just sit there and you look like, huh, okay. Like, I'm fine with this. Like, Sexy Star doesn't bring that often. Like, I'm being completely honest with you. She doesn't really bring that much. And I feel like she's one of those workers who can put something on good. It just has to be carried. It's just, I'm just put it that way. And Mariposa was perfect. Okay. But moving on, we get to Aerostar and Phoenix looking for Drago, and they're looking in bathroom stalls. Like, can he be passed out by a stall or something? Like, did Drago do something stupid? Like, why are you boys checking the bathroom? Why not the locker room? Why not question people? Why not walk up on people? Why not? Well, like they both don't. Well, I don't know if Aerostar speaks English. I don't think he does. So they couldn't just go in the locker room and just check people like, hey, Aerostar. Me and Phoenix were looking for Drago. Have you seen him, Cobra Moon, and I forgot the other two guys' names in it. Vibara and Pendar. I fucking got it. Vibara and Pendar. Or if I'm saying it wrong, I'm saying Vibara. It might be Vivara and Pendar. Either way, one of those two, I'm close, but I know Pendar is the other one. And obviously they didn't do that. They just kept checking stalls. And then eventually ran into Sexy Star, not Sexy Star, Cobra Moon. Excuse me. Cobra Moon and Vivara and Pendar. And what happens here is they get into this massive fight, this massive cool like backstage cinematic fighting scene thing, where Lucha Underground, they absolutely didn't have to make Phoenix and Aerostar look any kind of goodness at all. They didn't have to let them look good in the fight. They didn't have to make them look like they wouldn't go down. They could have just completely had these guys get beat the hell up and just have it end there because these guys are bigger, more intimidating, and more powerful. But they completely made Phoenix and Aerostar fight back, which took me back a little bit, and not in like a negative way. It's just like, wow, they really do value these two as like 2/3 of their trios champions. To like, it to me was a really good thing. Like, how do I explain this? The way that they booked this, well, they put this together. Like I said, they honestly didn't have to do it. Like I don't really know what else much to say here. They could have just completely got squashed out in the back, but no, they fought back and then they still lost at the end of it. But shit, it was awesome for what it was. So shouts out Lucha Underground. And they said next time our dragon will what do you call it? Will basically make you meet your maker in the most simple way of describing it. Like Drago's gonna kill them next time. Drago's gonna fucking kill them. Now, with that being said, we're going to move on to, and this is probably because I'm a little more interested within Katrina and everything, and a bigger fan of Katrina. But like one of my favorite segments of the night, and let me just put it forth. This Cobra Moon stuff is intriguing me. I just need to see how good Pendar and Vibara can, it's Vibara, I think, yeah. How good Pendar and Vibara are in the ring. I know Cobra Moon is like getting better as we see her, and she's not really bad at all, but I just need to see how good they are in the ring. And I know people will say they had an attack last week, but I just want to see them in a match. Okay. Now, oh yeah, I forgot to also mention that. Well, she did say Drago's a part of her tribe now, but I mean, I don't really think I don't know what to really make of that because you know what, it's the ending cinematic, and I'm not going to spoil it. So we'll get to it when we get to it. But up next we get Jeremiah Crane going in Dario's office, and he asks for a match. We don't know what that match is yet, but what he does is he stands on a chair in Dario's office. He's like, "What are you like?" Dario's basically like, "What are you doing here?" Well, what are you doing? He grabbed a giant ass stone he put in the ceiling. Dario's just like, "The fuck, bro? Like, how long has that shit been here?" And he's like, "I've had this since I was a kid." So, I don't know entirely. Like, it's a little blurry to me, the story of the Cuetos. But did Dario's father, like, can somebody tell me in the comments if Dario's father did something similar, like, with the underground fight club and everything? Like, it's just, like, I'm oblivious and I'm uneducated to the situation. And like I said, like, I started watching Lucha Underground late, and I just, like, I didn't. Yeah. So, somebody want to explain this shit to me? Because I have no legitimate clue. Okay. But anyways, we're going to move on here, and we're going to talk about, this entire thing. So he walks out in the hallway, and then lights on and off. Katrina's right there. She's like, "You continue to play games." Well, actually, no. Dario basically said, no, it was Katrina who said, "You continue to play games, but yet you don't want to, you don't want to actually like get serious and take any real action." And if you guys hear any meowing, that's my cat. But Dario said, "You don't want to take any action." Not Dario. We're actually saying Dario. Katrina said, "You don't want to take any action." So then what Katrina did was she said, "What do you plan on doing?" So that's where Jeremiah says, "I'm going to put your boyfriend in his place next week. I'm going to send Pascual Mendoza." Like, he made something about the earthquake reference, and he was mad about that. And then he's like, "You will be on mine again." And little does this man know, as we've talked about before, little does this man know, that's not her boyfriend. It's like more of a puppetry type thing between Mill and Katrina. Like, Katrina just uses Mill to get what she wants and she needs until she finds Mill obsolete. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Until she finds Mel obsolete, and then she'll stop using him in that regard. But I don't think that'll really happen. So, yeah. But that's not the guy that he quote unquote called her boyfriend. Like the guy that she is wrapped up with. You'd think it'd be Phoenix, right? Like, I don't know how long something like this could be dragged out. For a dirty fucking dog like Jeremiah, who completely just, yes, cat. Jeremiah's a dirty dog. Okay, so that being said, Jeremiah, let's talk about Jeremiah. Because Jeremiah Crane, honestly, is scum. Because this man, he completely just, oh, I love you, Evilise. I'll kick whoever's ass, blah, 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 blah. You're not in the main event. I figure you'd be the main event, babe. Like, you are a fucking scumbag. Like, you were the true definition of a actual fuckboy. Like, holy shit. Like, in today's society, in 2016, as backwards as shit is, the girl goes for the fuckboy. Okay? The girl goes for the guy who's been known to cheat, for the guy who's been known to, treat the girl like shit in past. The girl goes for that guy. And whether any females or not who watch this want to sit here and say, that's not always the truth. I mean, let's be real. This is what happens. You may not be that person. You may not do that kind of thing. You may say it's a certain circumstance and you don't understand. If you're still going from that, no ifs, ands, or buts, you just do. And Evilise was better off with Son of Havoc. She was better off giving my man Angelico a chance, but no, that wasn't the case. So that being said, Angelico. Oh, I said Angelico. That being said, Evilise has a Ultima Lucha 3 match with Katrina. And I think Katrina can mentally destroy her with that by saying, blah, 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 Jeremiah did this or that or whatever. But I also think that she's one of those people who's mentally strong to the point where she would just try and beat Jeremiah to death. So, simply put, Jeremiah Crane is a fuckboy. And he's trying to get Katrina back because there used to be something between him and Katrina, which we learned a couple weeks ago. Okay. But yeah, in all honesty, the wrestling fan of me says Jeremiah is such a good wrestler, I want to see him succeed. But the Lucha Underground fan in general with me is just like, I hope Jeremiah gets fucked over by Katrina or gets his ass kicked by Evilise. It's like so conflicting, dude. And like, I'm not saying Lucha Underground isn't wrestling because it obviously is, but like, it's just more than that. Okay, like it's like we said, it's not a wrestling show; it's a television show about wrestling. If that makes any kind of sense to anyone. Okay, now, where are we moving on here to? Oh, main event time. Johnny Mundo, Sexy Stars, Steel Cage. Honestly, like I said, this wasn't really anything like super tremendously special. It was just a bunch of really close chances for Sexy Star. She basically, the story was Johnny Mundo underestimated her, and she almost caught him a couple different times. And the time that he didn't catch her, he lost the match. Well, he didn't lose the match. He was close to losing the match. But what he did during this match was absolutely brilliant to me. Because we know in Lucha Libre, exposing the face of a master luchador or luchadora it's their pride. It's their livelihood. It's everything to them. So Sexy Star had her mask taken off. She fell, hit her face in the canvas, and Johnny Mundo escaped the cage. And Johnny Mundo got the win. Now, slowly moving on, the Mack comes out and stunners Johnny Mundo. Now, the Mack and Mundo, they haven't, like, the Mack he's a situation where, like, in the character was like, you look at him like, you're so appealing as a wrestler, but you haven't really been anything other than Sexy Star's best friend. Like, there's not really an edge showing you. Like, of course, you come out and you stunner Johnny Mundo at the end, but it's like, There's no proven edge. Like, how am I supposed how do I take you serious? Like, I know how damn good you are, but like as a person, like as a character, how do I get into you? That's what I'm gonna like. I just can't get into Sexy Star as best friend. I'm here for you, sexy. I want to help you out. Like, I can't get into that. But I mean, Lucha Underground within the next few weeks will find a way. I don't think this title match is going down next week. I give it about 2-3 weeks, and the title match will happen at the most 2 weeks. But I don't think they could like really pump Mack up at that point in time. And like I know like that's probably a hot take, saying like I can't really like get myself into the Mack because he should be so much more than just Sexy Star's best friend. But I know the guy's an ass kicker. I get that. But as of recent, he's just been backing up Sexy Star. And I'm not saying that's killing his credibility. I'm saying he hasn't really had much progression. Like, we've moved forward with a lot of characters, and we've done a lot with the Mack. And like this is the one thing with Lucha Underground. We do a lot with like certain individuals to let them prove themselves, but certain individuals just don't have a character. Like, certain individuals just don't do things. Like I said, we've done a lot with Mack, but character-wise, since season 2 and season 3, at this point, we haven't really moved that far forward with him. Like, we've been in this stagnant place in season 2 with Marty, Mariposa, Sexy Star, and Mack, and that's where Mack is still holding Sexy Star, or still holding hands with Sexy Star in the most friendly way possible. Okay. But yeah, Johnny goes in to get the win, and Matt comes at the stunner him. And then at the end, we get a cinematic where Drago is tied up in this undisclosed location of Sexy Stars. Not sexy. Why do I keep saying Sexy Star when I mean to say Cobra Moon? Cobra Moon. Cobra Moon. Okay, that being said, Cobra Moon tells Drago, I sent Vibra and Pindar out to get a little bit of a snack. I'll let you munch on the bones. And he's like, I'd rather starve than, join your tribe. And she's like, I knew you said that, but a dragon has to feed at some point. And then he just breathed fire in an angry way. I don't know if that's like foreshadowing, like he has no other choice and he's gonna do it, or I don't know what that means. I just don't. So there's that, I guess. That being said, that was the end of Lucha Underground, and I'm just really I need to be sold on this team in the ring. I need to be sold of how good they are, because Lucha Underground have made a lot of effort. Like, usually when you get cinematics like they had tonight, like the cinematic, the fighting cinematic, as much time as that took, usually they're done for the night, and that's your production for the night. And that was some pretty damn good production. But then they had the ending, the closing cinematic, at least Cobra Moon did, with Drago, and it gave her some extra shine. And compared to last season, where it's like we were stop and start with Cobra Moon all the time, like not like we would continue her thing and end her thing, like continue, like she didn't have a bunch of different stuff start. It's just she would start something, like the whole flirting with Daga thing. We wouldn't get her and Daga for like another 4 weeks. It started again, and Lucha Underground does that. Like they regularly do that with people in programs, but they don't do it all the time. So I mean, it's just like, it was frustrating. That's it. If I say Sexy Star one more goddamn, get the fuck right, man. Get it the fuck right. Okay, with Cobra Moon, it's good to see them continuing to just circle the wagons and keep the wheels turning and keep shit moving with her. Like, they're really trying to make you invested in this I don't know if it's a snake tribe or it's a reptile tribe. I don't know what it is, but I'd assume it's a snake tribe. And like, I don't know, a reptilian, I don't know. Like, it's weird to me. Okay, but I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of my Lucha Underground review. Remember, if you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed for more of that Lucha Underground on my channel, and I will see you guys next time. See you. Okay, so I hit the wrong thing here. Okay, now see you.